morning, YouTube. It's me, the artisanmc, on my commute to the JOB. Like, share, subscribe, support, feel so inclined. Shout out to Young Sabaz. What up, though? Package man, no one. What's up? So, it's not a geek speak this morning. It's more of a PMDM. My thoughts yesterday were more centered on life and growing up than it was geekdom. So it didn't feel right to try to force a geek conversation. So I sat with my thoughts like I do. I am a water sign, which means I am reflective, which means I will sit back and ponder things. And one of the things I'm noticing is how much I want to travel. Right now, I keep looking at different places to go and travel. What up, King Parrish? Vino Nation. I know one of the first spots on my list I want to go is Las Vegas because I haven't been in a while. My friend is there, and I want to spread a little bit of joy to her, make her smile a little bit, just because she relocated. I think she's having a hard time in the relocation. I think she is. I kind of told her this, that visiting someplace, a couple times a year and hanging out for a couple days is different from living there the entire time. And I love Vegas. I do. Not because I'm a gambler. I love Vegas for the architecture, the heat, the ability to fire automatic weapons. I wanted to move to Vegas at one time in my 30s. There you go, Aquatechie. That's a good one. Fast and live stream, western Mississippi. Yeah, what up, King Parrish? So I'm wanting to visit there for a couple of those reasons, right? With me, stack things up. If I can hit on multiple levels, then that's what it is. The other one is I was looking up cruises. I still get, alerts from the cruise line that I cruised on all those years ago, and they keep sending me packages. And this one package looks like the one, right? Looks like the one to go on again. Now it is on a cruise that I've been on before, up to Alaska, right? City Glaciers, Juneau, Ketchikan, Sitka, all that shit, right? I don't have a problem with going there again because I told you guys on the stream a little while ago that if I went there again, I want to go fly fishing. I do. I want to take the seaplane, fly up the river, throw on my hip waders, get out there with my fly rod, catch me some salmon, and cook it on the beach like a black Gordon Ramsay. I do. I really do want to do that shit. And so I'm looking at this package that they had the other night, and it's reasonably priced, right? Reasonably priced. And if you buy now, you get upgraded to that veranda area. Not so you can get that view above deck 4, looking out at the ocean. You don't have to be, below in the bows where you can't see. You can be underwater or above water. You get to actually have a view, a balcony. I'm sitting there looking at that shit like, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. That'd be fun as fuck to me. Because I already know what I can get. I get that nice bed, a nice view. I picked the right side of the ship, which I did. I can actually see a sunrise while we're, underway, and then I can have room service, coffee and orange juice every fucking morning. Just sit there and chill, write my journal, write some provocative or insightful shit. Now the other trip I thought about is still the Maldives, and I'm thinking I want to do that one sooner than later. Later being one day in life, and sooner be in the next 2 to 3 years. Now, that one and then just all the passport bro shit, it's like I haven't been to Brazil. I haven't been to the Dominican Republic. I've been to Jamaica, but I haven't been to some of those other places. So I was married to a whole Thai woman. Never went to Thailand. I'm getting the feeling that I'm approaching that bucket list stage in life. And certain things need to get done now and not waiting anymore. That there is not a lot holding me back from actually going where I want to go, where I dream of going. I'm going to scratch that off the list. Now, one of the things that shocks some people, and this is the part that will show you what kind of mind state that you have, be it feminine or masculine, is that I don't care about going any of these places by myself. I don't. I look forward to taking these trips. When I think about taking these trips, I'm not thinking about bringing anybody. I'm thinking about me and where I want to go, what I want to see. Right? So this is how you understand how you've been indoctrinated, in a sense, in this culture. If you think of any of those places, and the first thing that you think of is fear, I need to take somebody with me, that shows you how much of your brain has been overridden with feminine thinking. That's not man. It's not a man's natural state to live in fear of an unknown. Will I be safe if I go there? Ask yourself a simple question. You live in America, right? The news is telling you about mass shooters and everything else, right? Do you feel safe right now? And if you think you do, if you think you feel safe, does it feel like you getting all cozy in the nest? Does it feel like that? That you just cozy in your nest with your little eggs? Okay. I should tell you something. I personally don't care about going anywhere alone. Now think about it like the cruise. Cruise is like $2,000, right? Price of somebody's big ass 50-something inch flat screen TV that I don't give a fuck about. Or some other shit, right? I spent $2,000 on a cruise. Maybe $300-400 on a plane ticket to get to Seattle. at about, let's say, $150 on this fly fishing trip, right? And you can catch a kid, sick, right? Say 2,500 to $3,000. How I think about it, that's money well spent on myself. It is. And at that much money, why should I take somebody? To prove I got it? Look, I already know I got it. I'm not proving that shit to nobody. I don't need to. The real question is, if somebody wanted to go, do you have it? Do you have it in yourself to want to spend that kind of money on yourself, on an experience, and not material? So I can tell you right now, $3,000 don't sound like really shit to some people. Not when you factor in the things that people actually spend money on. Like if you can think of a person with a nice car and some really nice rims, how much did they spend on the rims? They'll probably brag to you about they spent $2,500 on the rims in a car that stays parked most of the fucking time. But it looks nice when people see them with those rims, doesn't it? Okay. The validation of other people is better for them than the experience for themselves. I just don't see things that way. So when I look at these things and what I would be willing to do for myself, it is high. And if in the sense of going with somebody, they be willing to do the same for themselves? That's the question. I told a friend before, like, yeah, I'm thinking of going here. What do you think the first response was out of who'll take me with you? You fucking married? You're friends. How the fuck would I pay that much money for you too? But that goes to the mentality that's in this culture. Some people forge ahead, other people looking for somebody to take them on the ride. I'm not looking for anybody to take me on the ride. But then again, I'm not walking around with a vagina either. I'm not. But is it the spear and the chalice? The spear parts the way. The chalice catches everything else. I am the tip of the spear, not the chalice. So I look at this and wonder why I'm having these reflective thoughts. Because that's what I do. I'm an introspective person. And the solution I came up with is that I didn't have any male mentors. Well, take that back. I had male mentors, but we never had the conversation about what it means as a black man to hit 50. That's what it is. I hit 50 this year. And I'm thinking that's probably why I want to move. I want to move around this planet a little bit more, that I am restless. And because I'm restless, I don't want to become listless, meaning that I refuse to move. I just want to take roots like the last of us and just run around clicking. You need your geek reference. I want to move around. You too, huh? Yeah. Yeah, Elongo. Told you, I'm an OG. I'm an old geek. I am an old geek, OG, right? I am 50 this year. And for half a century, I've been here. And for the better part of the last 20 or so years, I've been stuck here. We're not getting old, Elago Savage. We're not. Because I've just explained this before, how I see the term old and whatnot, right? As you guys know, I'm a carpenter, right? I like architecture, I like engineering, I like building things, I like seeing how things develop over time, right? Concrete gets stiffer as it ages, as it gets older. Rust builds up over a certain amount of time on steel if it's not used, right? If it's not maintained, it will rust. At which point it will become old. Old for me means decrepit and in a state of disrepair, right? Meaning it has not been maintained in the human sense. That would be taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and it is beyond repair. I don't see myself as old. I see myself as older than I was when I thought that 50 was a long way off. Well, I'm not old to the sense that I need to be, you know, fluffing my pillow in my coffin and getting ready to lay it down. Nah, nah. What's up, Aria? Yeah, you said you've been on this earth for over 40 years. Aria, this what got me to think about it. You want to know what made me think about it? AB saying he turned 40. And I'm thinking about how long ago I met AB, Artie Idmore, Charles, Edward, and how old they were when I, you know, met in the YouTube sense, met them. I've watched those dudes grow up over the last 7 years. Just get past 35, just hitting 40. That's a long time of knowing certain people. And it's an indicator of how much older you actually are. Right? Outside of the fact I find myself wearing reading glasses a lot. It's just what it is. So while I don't get sad about the time, like Alongo is saying in here, what is he saying? Old enough to remember Berserk being an Atari game before you ever heard Guts. Shit. Alongo Savage, I'm old enough to remember getting an Atari game when it was brand new. But not a lot of people had them. I got my 2600 and I was playing Night Driver and what was the other one? Pac-Man, Pitfall, all of that shit, and it was brand new. Old enough to see video games go from something that was only in an arcade to a home system, from a Pong game to an Atari game to a Nintendo system to a PlayStation to all the way up to a PS5 right now. But I'm also old enough to remember when Ronald Reagan was on the news giving reports as the president and hearing it live. I'm old enough to remember sitting in class and watching Challenger take off and watching the explosion on television live. Old enough to remember Bill Clinton's goofy ass coming to North Richmond with Spike Lee because he's looking for votes. Old enough to remember the first Gulf War and the fear that kids of my age had that we were going to get drafted and have to go off to war. And how a lot of motherfuckers was talking a lot of sucker shit about, oh, I'm running. I'm going to Canada. Thought you was a gangster. You say one listening to NWA, right? Shut the fuck up. You sound really weak. Shit. I'm old enough to remember when an ATM didn't even exist. And when they first put them in. I remember when they were new. Oh, shit. When layaway went to credit cards. When having a little radio was the only way you listen to music outside of your fucking house. And nobody could contact you all day, and nobody worried that your ass was about to be kidnapped. I can remember the rise of fear. I just kept getting ratcheted up in the populace. You're always supposed to be afraid of more things, more people, more things you don't know. I remember watching Porky on TV or on cable, but the shit was new. Saying. So I think that's what it is that I'm understanding how long I've been on this earth. And I'm understanding what other things on my list to do in this life I want to do. And I'm feeling restless right now. Really feeling restless right now. But that restlessness comes with the realization, like the elephant tied to the little daisy. You know, I can pull this motherfucking stake out the ground right now. You know that, right? Kids aren't young anymore. My kids, at least my oldest, my son, will be 30 this year. 30. That shit went by like. Daughter would be 24, 25, right? 24. By her age, I was already about to be married and already had one child. I'm not saying that's what I want for her, but relatively speaking, I've been doing this grown folks thing for a while. And I finally got to the other side of it to where I can do the rest of this grown folk shit, which is I can get the fuck out of here whenever I fucking feel like. I still ain't been to Miami. I want to get down to Miami, but not to be dating 24-year-old women. It's not interesting to me. Just because I haven't been to Miami. Plain and simple. I like to visit. I have to Look it up because I wrote down the date. But I want to go fuck with Charles at BlurCon. Get up on that East Coast side. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do in Baltimore besides duck bullets, but that shouldn't be much different than rolling through certain parts of Michigan. Not much. And just speak with a little different accent, a little bit used, a little bit more used in it. But fuck with BlurCon. Just to fuck with Charles. Why? Because I've never done it before. And that's how I look at things. Have I done it before? Could it be fun? Yeah, it could be fun. Fuck it. Let's go do it. Two trips at Z. Yeah, Zoom Zoom. Yeah, if I was in Miami, yeah, I'd have to hit up Zoom Zoom so I can give him some shit. Rent me a hot car. rent me an expensive car. The point being is that at this age, getting to be 50, I have a lot of things to spend money on. But myself, I have to spend money on shit. I live very simple. I work a lot. So might as well get the full benefit of that shit. Hold on one second. So like they say, I forget the airline company says, you are now free to roam about the cabin. You are now free to roam about the world. Kids are grown, and all you do is earn and put money away. Less expenses. You are free to roam. Yeah, DC and VA. I haven't been to DC. Closest I got was Maryland. I was in Frederick, Maryland. The motherfuckers didn't want to go down to DC. And I went to North Carolina, right outside of didn't get to go to DC. The motherfuckers didn't want stupid black people down there for them. So I'm thinking, like my mother showed me the way before. She planned 2 or 3 trips a year that she would do. 2 small ones, 1 big one every year. And why she do that while she had kids and shit like that? No child support and stuff like that. How does she do it? Because she's stubborn and she had a decent fucking job. And she took her ass to work. Work with her money and planned her trips. Planned her trips out. She's still doing it. I'm disappointed she didn't pick that up when she retired as what she would do for a second career, which is, you know, being a travel agent or something. Because she'll get into all of that shit. She'll plan the trip for you. All you got to do is make your payments. She will plan the trip for you because she goes. One of the things I can respect about her is she don't wait for nobody. Not many people. But I think that's where it is. That's where it needs to be at this stage. I know I would preach that for younger guys, like, you know, Austin's age, Austin Holland's age, 24, 23, you ain't got no fucking kids and shit, you better get the hell out of here. Beat it. And out of here meaning get the hell out of the US. Go see somewhere. You worried about your ass getting beat up or killed in another country? Learn the fucking rules and learn how to fight. Not shoot a pistol. Not shoot a pistol. Learn how to fight. At the very least, if you want to upgrade with some kind of bladed weapon. Just saying. Get on your John Wick. And then maybe you'll get the confidence that you're not worried about being out anywhere around people you know or don't fucking know. And that somebody gonna kick your ass. Somebody usually wants to kick your ass if you're an asshole. Other than that, people usually don't give a fuck about you. That's the problem. Most times people don't care about you personally. They're living their life dealing with their own fucking issues. That's it. So to wind back to what the stream is finding the way forward. And the way forward for me is I want to take that trip this year. One of those 2 trips this year. Maybe 2. First one I want to take is small. But the one closer to my birthday is going to have to be the bigger trip. It's going to have to be the bigger trip. Just check it in. That is. But anyway, that's it. I'm at work on time for once this week. So thank you guys for coming through and listening to my little musings, my philosophy on getting old and the way forward. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so. I've been artisanmc. I will see you guys next time.